I really wish I had something good to say about Aston Martin. But every day in this preseason testing, nothing goes right for them. Fernando Alonso coming to a stop in the evening, no running at all, half a day lost again. But, sometimes you gotta go through failure to find success. And I'm sure Newey will work things out in the end, but this is a tough start for them. Mercedes were fastest and still look probably the favourites. Antonelli looking for his first win, hopefully, soon. Lando Norris fastest in the morning. McLaren looked strong, but in comparison to Red Bull on the race runs, Max Verstappen was a bit faster, it seemed. We'll see if that means anything. Verstappen's race runs, as I said, looked quite strong, and he completed the full day after sitting out yesterday. Mercedes did have a lot of locking up, it must be said, on their car, but trying to figure things out, trying to maximize performance, this is what you're going to do. Colapinto was up in 6th for Alpine. Strong performance from them. That Merc engine is certainly improving their performance, albeit that Colapinto time was on a soft tyre. The biggest talk going into today was Ferrari. They debuted a new rear wing design. Kind of looks like a Formula 2 rear wing, which I guess is just everything now in Formula 1 is becoming Formula 2. Lewis Hamilton looks like he's enjoying himself, but he did miss out on a lot of running in the morning, only completing 5 laps with the problem. Did do quite a bit of running in the evening, and the car does look strong, and you're just going to get problems like this in testing. Audi are starting to show a bit more promise. Hulkenberg was high up in the order, and, I was kind of mocking them for the drivability of the car, and it is not particularly great. But this is a brand new engine manufacturer, and they've also stated that they're trying to win a championship by 2030, and 2026 is not going to be a realistic year where they're going to be near the front. Racing Bull are basically slap in the middle of the field. They're probably the most mid team on the grid, and probably Red Bull are going to use them for a bit of experimentation with the Ford Red Bull power trains. The gap between the midfield teams and the top 4 is, I'd say, quite big. At least, I'd say half a second, probably more than a second a lap between the 4th and 5th best team. And Cadillac, they're not the team having as many problems as Aston Martin. They're not as fast as them, it looks like, but you have to give credit where credit's due. Starting a team from scratch, only been granted an F1 entry about 15 months ago, to be actually not miles and miles off is still impressive. So one more day of testing left. Aston Martin desperately need a clean day of running. We hope the best for them, and Fernando Alonso, hope they get a bit more running tomorrow.